So this morning we continue our series Sleeping Soundly, dedicated to helping you get a better night's sleep. Yesterday we introduced you to this St. Johns County man who says his snoring was so loud it would wake his wife. A sleep study revealed that he has sleep apnea. He says a CPAP machine has literally changed his life overnight. And Monday we explained the 4 triggers that cause snoring and the devices that you can use to help you stop. Now we are focusing on insomnia, what causes it and how to prevent it. Dr. Peter Nassar is the medical director of the Jacksonville Sleep Center at Baptist Health and is joining us this morning. Good morning. Thanks for being with us. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on the show.
I feel like I've seen a lot of you the last couple of days. All right. So there may be some people at home saying, well, I just kind of had trouble falling asleep. I don't think it's insomnia. I mean, what is insomnia? How do you kind of define that so they know if it's just restlessness or they really have insomnia?
Yeah, good question. Insomnia is different for different folks. You know, some folks will go to bed at night and they just have trouble shutting off their mind. They come in complaining, I can't get to sleep at night. I lay there in bed and I look around and I ruminate. Other folks can get to sleep okay, but then they seem to have recurrent awakenings during the night and they'll complain, I'm up every hour. And sometimes it's both. They have difficulty getting asleep and also maintaining sleep.
So what causes it? I mean, is there a cause? I know there's more than one. There must be.
Yeah, there's lots of small causes, but we have a theory about insomnia, a 3-step theory. One is that there's some predisposition for a lot of people that have difficulty sleeping. So, for example, maybe it's stress or folks that have a lot of underlying anxiety. They just have problems getting comfortable. And then there's some precipitating event in their life, some type of major stressor, maybe a relocation when they move, or perhaps a divorce, or a new job that's stressful. And that they get home and they're stressed, and that really sets off the insomnia and the difficulty with the sleeping. But often that incident resolves. You know, they acclimate to their move to the new area, and that's gone. But now they're so focused and concerned about their difficulty with sleeping that that's become its own problem now, and they're worried, am I going to sleep tonight, and what's going to happen if I don't take this pill that my doctor's prescribed me? And that perpetuates, and that's really the difficult time. And then we're into the chronic insomnia phase to break that and help those people out of that.
So is there something then, I mean, other than relieving stress, which I think is kind of part of what could be somewhat of a solution, is there something then that people can do who fall into any one of those 3 categories to help them get a better night's sleep?
Yeah, I think there's several steps we can take, but I think looking at some of the other underlying causes of insomnia are important. So, you know, talk about a few. First, your environment. If you come home, your sleep environment needs to be this comfortable cocoon where you come and you feel safe and you're comfortable. And you know, some examples are, you know, if your spouse is snoring or coming in at different hours, or you have pets in the bedroom, or it's too hot or cold, or your mattress is 10 years old. So you need a good sleeping environment. Other issues are other chronic medical conditions. So probably the most common we see is chronic pain. So if you've got a bad back or a hip and you're tossing and turning and moving during the night, that's got to be addressed, or we're not going to fix the insomnia issues. Other sleep disorders, so the most common one, which you heard in yesterday's segment, is obstructive sleep apnea. So if you're having apnea, when you have these events, it disrupts your sleep, keeps you in a shallow state, and you're much more prone to have recurrent awakenings. And then I would say, finally, your habits, right? So if you drink alcohol a couple drinks before bed, patients come in and say, Doc, I fall asleep great. I have a few drinks and I fall asleep. But, you know, almost universally, those people will have more awakenings and disruption throughout the night. So habits such as that, habits such as staying up and watching TV and whatnot, those are all things that we really have to look at to try and set you up for the best possible night's sleep.
And setting a regular sleep schedule is a good idea also?
Yeah, so I guess, you know, what are the things you can do? What would I tell patients to do to start is set a regular sleep schedule. And it's very important to recognize that it's your rise time that determines your bedtime. So we need about 8 hours in bed. Average adult sleeps 7.5 or so. So let's say you get up at 7 o'clock in the morning. 16 hours later, 11 o'clock at night should be your bedtime. If you get in bed at 9 o'clock, you're not physiologically ready to sleep yet. So you need to set that time and really getting a good night's rest. It doesn't start tomorrow. Tomorrow doesn't start. It starts today or tonight by getting to sleep on time on the correct schedule.
Yeah, that's such a good point. And then exercise, do you suggest exercising in the morning as opposed to the evening? Can that help?
Yeah, I think if you exercise in the evening, it can raise your core temperature, and that's something that drops at night. It's part of our normal circadian rhythm or biologic sleep process. And it has other benefits. If you get up in the morning and you exercise, one, you have a reason to get up on time. which is really important to have a regular rise time. And 2, it starts that circadian rhythm or biologic clock. It tells your body, hard start right now. And 16 hours later, you're going to be ready to go to sleep.
Very quickly, the Sleep Center, does insurance cover something like this if somebody really needs some professional help?
Yeah, absolutely. Sleep disorders and difficulty with sleep is one of the most common complaints a primary care physician hears, and that's the majority of folks come to us through their primary care physicians, and yes, it's covered by insurance.
Fantastic. Dr. Nassar, thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I want to tell our viewers, too, how to learn more information. If you know someone or you are struggling to sleep, you can schedule an appointment at the Jacksonville Sleep Center, or you can learn more from the sleep guide posted on the center's website by going to jacksleepcenter.com. We have a link posted on our website. Just look for our Sleeping Soundly series on the morning show page.